Well, we made it through another holiday season. As runners, we ate too many cookies. We had too much sugar. We had too many carbs.
Lots of bread, and it was lovely.
I'm running a bit
Every
slow.
bit of it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it might have been slow, but we've ran quite a bit this week.
Yep.
I think first, why don't we talk about, just briefly, our unboxing video.
I like your shirt. It's great.
I'm wearing the new Wine and Dine shirt. Check out our video. Adam will put a link here.
I'll put a link to the unboxing. I wish I had one of these spectacular shirts, but we decided just to get hers this year, and that's totally fine. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it looks great. I love it.
I love it. Yeah. So learn more about the shirts in the video, but I wanted to point out, it's okay, guys. We got the box. And hopefully you've gotten your boxes already too, or they're coming very soon.
If you're still waiting, comment below. We want to know if there's still some people out there that are waiting for their box. Mm-hmm. We hope that everybody got their Wine and Dine medals by Christmas, or at least close to the end of the year, right?
Yep. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
Wouldn't it be great if the virtual marathon weekend medals started showing up?
That they would have heard my cry, Adam, my complaint. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's really a complaint.
Happen. It's not going to happen. But Speaking of merchandise, just 2 seconds ago before we started recording, I mentioned to Kristen that I think I had saw that some of the runDisney merch that was available on Shop Disney became available, and she kind of like went crazy and started. She's like, "I'm buying this. You look at this." So what did you just bought something, didn't you?
Oh. Yep. Yes.
There you go.
Here. Yep. They can see it from here.
Oh, yeah.
There. That's much better.
Okay. Were you able to get it before they were out of stock?
Yes.
Oh, good.
So it's going to come. Who knows when, I don't have high hopes for shipping. But the main point is check out the website. By the time they have this video, maybe some styles or sizes might not be there. But they've got some of the new stuff out, and it's very cute. For men and women, Adam.
Because they usually don't have a whole lot of guy stuff, which is fine. I get it. Their main audience is females. That's fine. But hey, I'm here too. Make something for me, right? But yeah, that stuff looked really cool. And they released like a month ago that they were going to have this merchandise, but they didn't say when it was coming out. So I think it probably just came out yesterday. Or the day before that is when I heard about it.
It might have even been last night.
Yeah.
Because I know I was looking just a few days ago. Mm-hmm. With Marathon Weekend coming up, stay tuned. We're going to talk about Marathon Weekend in a few minutes.
Can you shoot me that link? And I'll put it in the description here in case anybody's looking for that.
Yeah.
So that they can click on the link and then they can go to Shop Disney if they don't know where it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So... You know what I noticed when I was clicking through the pictures, Adam, is they all had kind of a Marathon Weekend type of theming. Okay. So like they had the main character, what I call the main characters, Mickey, Donald, Goofy,
Minnie, and Goofy, yeah.
Running. And that's kind of what you see on most Marathon Weekends. So I wondered if they were designed.
They keep it classic. I like that they keep it classic. So that might have been the design for this year.
That they were kind of going with. And now they've made them kind of general.
Yeah.
So, I'm in love. So go check it out. I think you guys will like it too. Try to get it before other people snag it all. So check out the link in the description.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Get something for yourself. Yeah. If you're training for the marathon, or you're running the marathon, or you're running the 5K, the 10K, the half, the challenge, whatever, make sure you get on that so you have a shirt. Also, if you're looking for there is no expo this year. No. So you're not going to really be able to get your dopey jacket or your all that stuff. But guess what? There are people on Etsy that make that stuff. So I don't know how that works with licensing with Disney. So don't, it's not our Etsy channel. But you can check that out. So if you are looking for a marathon jacket, lots of people out there making that stuff, and you can find it on Etsy, right?
Yeah, Etsy or I love Facebook. The runDisney Run Marketplace has a lot of designers on there selling merchandise that's runDisney logoed related. As Adam said, I don't know how that works out as far as using logos.
Licensing and logos.
But I'm sure, have it covered. So check those places out too if you're looking for something special.
You know what I really want to find out is, So, you know, Expo weekend, they always had the really great booths of the people that would make shadow boxes for you with your medals. And even runDisney would do that too. Like if you went to the runDisney booth, they were making them too. I have not seen, I wonder if there's an option to be able to do that still. Because I know a lot of people, if they're doing if they're doing the dopey and they're getting all their medals and they want them in the shadow box.
It's memorable.
I'm wondering, I haven't heard anything about that, but I'm wondering, I mean, come on,
That's
Disney never
smart.
misses a way to make money, right? So I'm wondering if they're going to offer some kind of way for you to get all of your dopey challenge virtual medals, etc., put into a shadow box, because let's face it, they're cool.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're going to spend that much money on all those medals, you want to showcase them, right?
Yeah. So, you know, after this is over, I'm going to research. I don't know about runDisney specifically, but runDisney has particular people
Private
and companies that do it. And at the expo, they give you their business cards and such. I will look at some of those places after we're off this, and maybe that's a post that we need to put out.
It'd be great for us to give them their business. I imagine you'd send them all your medals. I know in the past you could pay a fee and they would give you extra medals.
Yeah, it just came ready to go.
Yeah, it came ready to go. You didn't, and then you could use your
put in your picture
award medal for anything you wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, usually it comes with a space to put your own picture. And then they gave you all the medals. So the ones you had put around your head at the finish line, you keep those.
Yeah.
And then your shadow box comes with everything. So I should look that up. That's not something that I thought about. But people may enjoy that.
Be thrifty and do what Kristen did. She made our own. And it looks fantastic. It looks great. So she took some pictures and our actual medals and our bibs and some other little kind of memorabilia things, and got a shadow box from Joanne Fabrics. It was like 50% off, I think.
Yeah.
And put it together, and it looks fantastic. So if you're looking for a shadow box, you can always make your own that way too.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get the cool like graphics and blah 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 that the guy at the expo had really cool graphics package and everything. But I think ours looks just as good.
I think it looks fantastic.
Yes, I definitely do too. So back to running, Kristen and I just finished our virtual Honolulu marathon, which 5-6 months ago, had you told us that it was going to be virtual and we weren't going to go to Hawaii, we'd be very sad and upset. But we made it through that, and we just actually submitted our times for that virtual marathon that we did Sunday.
Yeah. So unlike Disney, the Honolulu Marathon, you had to submit your time. Now, I don't know if that prevents you from getting a medal or not.
They also wanted a picture.
We did needed to submit our time.
So we had to send a picture of our fitness app on our iPhones, saying that we completed it and how much time. I kind of like that. Keeps you honest.
I liked it too. Yeah. It really pushed me. There's no mistaking whether you did it or not. But because the very aloha spirit that they have there, you didn't have to run 26.2 in one day or one.
They were like, break it up.
They
were like,
said you could break it up over 5 days
and do whatever you want.
You just had to submit the pictures that totaled that. We didn't, though. We ran a full 26.2. You might have seen those posts on Facebook.
She ran outside.
Yes, that's what I want to talk about. That I ran outside, but you ran inside.
I ran the full 26.2 on a treadmill. It can be done. And I rather enjoyed it.
Kudos.
I did. So I think I have like a bone spur. I don't know. As a runner, I think everybody's always fighting injuries at some point. You just go through them. I had an IT band injury for a while. I'm just trying to run through it. Don't know if that's the smartest thing to do, but whatever. Anyway, so I said, you know what? It's going to be a little bit softer probably of a landing if I stay on the treadmill. So I'm going to stay inside and do 26.2 miles. And gave me an opportunity to rewatch the entire first season of The Mandalorian.
That's epic.
So while you were outside sweating away, enjoying the pavement,
yes.
I was inside with a nice cool fan.
Yeah, so let's talk about that a little bit, because this is one topic I really want to talk about on our channel this week. Is there, when we're doing these virtual marathons, some of the things that go through people's mind is, how did you do it? And to me, there's a mental toughness that comes along with going in doing a race, whether you're doing a half marathon or maybe your first 5K or even the full marathon. So I had a lot of hours to think about this concept while we were out. So
About 5 for me, yeah.
So Adam, I wanted to ask, and maybe you can tell the viewers, what was it like for you? Talk about a little bit about the things that you had at the treadmill. Where do you see, like, as running 26.2 miles on a treadmill, what did you think was hard versus, and I have things in my head that I want to share with people about running outside.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell them about how your experience was?
Okay, so I love treadmills to start out, so it wasn't too hard for me. And what I did is I kind of set myself up like my little kind of heads up area on the treadmill. So I put the iPad there, and I put my phone, and I skipped the like sport headphones, and went straight to the comfy Bose headphones.
Those big ones.
The big ones, because I knew I was going to be inside, and I wasn't going to be like hoofing it like crazy, so I wasn't going to be sweating so much. So I'm like, I didn't feel bad wearing the Bose headphones, and they're nice and comfy. I brought a couple of USB power supplies. So I set myself up so that my iPad and my phone and everything else were all charging all the time. So I didn't have to worry about that. I loaded up with a nice big bottle of electrolyte water on one side. And on the other side, I put a bunch of gels and some Noon tablet water. And what else did I have? I had some of those little Stinger waffles that we picked up the other day at Fit to Run. And I had all that there, and my fan. I love my like headwind fan that I turn on. And I stuck pretty hard to run 3, walk 1. So, and I took my normal treadmill pace down by 0.5 miles an hour.
Smart.
So what I normally run at, like today I did 5 miles, and I took my speed down. What my normal speed is, I took it down by 0.5. Yeah. So it felt easier. Like it was pretty much the same speed, but felt easy. And I stuck real hard to the run 3, walk 1, run 3, walk 1, run 3, walk 1. And having some entertainment for me. I know a lot of people have a hard time with that, like focusing on something. Also, you know what really is important for me? And I know you've said this before too in the past, lighting. You don't think about this, but lighting in the room that you're going to be running on a treadmill is super important. If you've got a really bright overhead light that's like right inches from your head sometimes because you're on a treadmill and you're higher up, like that's hard on your eyes, and it's rough. You know what I do? We turn all the lights off. I have these really nice kind of soft ambient lights. It's actually the ones we use behind us that put off that purple light. And I light up the room nice and soft and purple. And it's easy on the eyes, it's comfortable, it's pleasing, and you would not realize how much of a difference that makes. I am a weird person. I don't get treadmill hypnosis. I just like it. I didn't get bored. I felt like it went by pretty fast. I ran it in 5 hours and 26 minutes, and it felt like it went like that. It was easy on my feet, and if I needed a bathroom, I think I stopped maybe twice.
So there was no line for your bathroom.
There was no line for the bathroom. It was nice and cool. And I stopped to use the restroom twice. And I also went and I got more water once and some more goos once or twice. And that was about it. And then it wrapped up. But you outside, here's what I feel like happens. Is inside you get stuck on that pace that the treadmill dictates to you, and you do not go any faster. So, it dictates your finish time, which is great, but it also means that you're probably not going to PR because you're not going to push yourself, because the treadmill is not going to push you unless you push that button up.
Yeah.
Right?
Very true.
But it is a real good way to pace yourself.
Yeah.
And to have a pacer that's going to keep you going the whole time.
True.
And yeah, I made it through it.
You most definitely did. I cannot believe that he ran the entire thing on the treadmill. I can't fathom it. Like, that's how much I really dislike treadmills. I'll go on it, but it's not my favorite. I can't believe he ran that much. So, well, I guess I should talk a little bit about running outside, which most runners are outside, just as the weather gets nicer and things, and the races are normally outside.
Mm-hmm.
But what got me thinking about this is the difference into what we did is not so much about what the pace that I ran, but I started to think about when you're doing these virtuals, how hard it is and mentally tough to go out there and run a pace or run the distance that you're looking to do it with no body. So in this case, Adam and I run together often. I did not run with anybody. So I was on a lot of roads where I was the only one around. I don't think that I encountered more than 2 people the whole time. So I think for me, when I'm doing a long distance, like maybe a half marathon or marathon distance as a virtual, that was what was mentally the hardest part for me was, yes, I have music that I listen to that got me pumped up and going. And I ran my best half marathon time and my full marathon time.
Yeah, you did.
But I wanted to talk to the viewers about, I now commend so many people who are out there who don't have somebody to run with. Like Adam and I, like I said, are almost always running together in some way, especially on these big events.
Mm-hmm.
And what was different was to be able to go out there and finish. And I ended up not walking almost at all. I just kept a slower pace that I normally would run and ran almost the entire way.
That's
and I
awesome.
did come back to the house so that Adam knew I was okay.
I made her text me every 2 hours. Yep.
But there's a lot to be said. And I, give kudos, tremendous accolades to all of you out there who are getting it done every day. Not just the race that you're running for a virtual medal, but just training runs. It is daunting. I do not care what anybody has to say or challenge me on it. I spent a lot of time thinking about that and about all of our viewers who are out there and the running community who's just getting it done every day and doing these virtual races to get a medal 2 months later. So wow, did that go through my head? Much more than any other race that I've ever run.
And that's such a good point. You don't get that added adrenaline from like fireworks or even like a normal traditional race where it's just the starting line and just the other people who are there and just the other runners or the other spectators.
Adrenaline.
You don't get that. And that's, imagine what your time would have been if you had that.
Yeah, I do. I did think about that.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished in the backyard. We have a little trail back there. And there was no cheering. There was no nothing. Like we just finished and turned the watch off and said,
my watch hit 26.2 and I hit the stop button. I was like, well, guess that's it then.
Yep. That was fun. Yeah. And then we had showered and had dinner. Like it was very anticlimactic.
And we did an unboxing video.
Yeah, we did that later that night.
Yeah.
So I wanted us to talk about these different experiences because now we have the experience to talk to you guys and completely understand what you're going through at home.
Mm-hmm. And what you're preparing to do for race weekend coming up.
On a treadmill.
On a treadmill.
Or outside.
Whatever you're planning on doing. And you know what? I would do 26.2 on a treadmill again. I love it. It feels comfortable to me. It feels safe. I know I'm not going to get hit at a crosswalk. I know that if I have an injury, I'm at home. If I get a cramp or something crazy happens, that I'm home. So I love it. And inversely, I also love being outside and I love just the road and the scenery and everything else. So it's a draw for me pretty much. But we got it done, and we are burying the lead today in our video chat because I believe that today we are announcing where we're going to be for marathon weekend, right?
So that is what we're leading to. Mm-hmm. The best part of this video is, so I had this pretty wild idea. So we just talked about how we ran 26.2 miles. We can do it.
We can.
And additionally, we've told you how We're not elite runners.
Definitely not.
We
5 hours, 26 minutes, which, by the way, is real close to when I ran it outside.
Yeah.
So it's not far off.
So, but alternatively, I know Adam's a little bit newer to some of the races, but I can tell you, I have been at the back of the pack on many occasions. Like many people, there is no shame with being in the last corral. There's no shame with walking an entire race or half a race.
There's no shame in being in the first corral and still
or
finishing
being
in the last.
first. Yeah.
Done that too. Yeah.
We've been in the gamut. So I had this wild idea that, we were just ran the Hawaii Marathon. Why don't we show our viewers how you can walk 26.2 miles on Disney property, get it done, and we will have fun the entire time we are doing it.
Yeah, we just kind of wrecked our brains trying to think about where can we run on property that, we're going to get some hotel reservations and some other things, but we're like, it ends up getting to be really expensive, especially when you live right down the street.
And masks.
Yeah, and running in masks and the whole deal.
Yeah,
it is
that's
hard. That's
for
what
me.
we did for Wine and Dine, and it's tough. So what we decided is, well, hey, we can get a reservation for EPCOT that day, and we can walk the World Showcase Lagoon all 26.2 miles.
The entire time that EPCOT is open.
Yeah. Luckily, they're open for 10 hours that day.
We can get a churro.
We can get a couple of churros.
I think we can get a couple churros. If you want to donate a churro, let us know.
If you'd like to donate a churro. So what we decided is if we're going to go do it, guess what? You guys are coming too. So we are working on some technical limitations right now, but we are going to bring our whole 26.2 mile walk around the EPCOT World Showcase Lagoon live to you guys in the form of a POV.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Batteries allowing.
Yeah.
We will have the whole live stream starting at 11 a.m. on the 8th, correct? From EPCOT. They open at 11. So,
Saturday.
Yep, that's Saturday. So that's typically the half marathon day, but we figured Saturday was just kind of a better day for us. So
I think in a lot of people too.
Mm-hmm. So if you are planning on running your whatever distance, 5K, 10K, half full, in a virtual setting on a treadmill, drop in at any time to our live feed that day and get it done. We're going to be there definitely long enough. Yeah. Man, if somebody had said that they were going to give me a live POV for last weekend when I was doing the 26.2, I would have watched the whole thing for sure. So we're going to give you that opportunity to drop into the live stream for however long you want. If you just want to do a 5K with us on the treadmill, if you just want to do a 10K, or if you want to do the whole darn marathon, we will be there for sure long enough for you to get most of it done.
Yeah. So you'll see the normal Disney cavalcades. I'm sure, as Adam mentioned, we'll do the Road Showcase, but also we'll swing up by, Spaceship Earth. Mm-hmm. We are talking about doing a loop down through the boardwalk and walking down towards Hollywood Studios and coming back. So I think we'll make it fun and enjoyable.
And I'm hoping it's going to be nice and smooth.
That's
so
what
it's not going to give
anybody
a headache. If anybody out there in YouTube land knows anything about RTMP stream servers for GoPro, send me a message. Link below. I'm having problems with their server, but we're going to get it working. Either way, whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook, we're going to deliver it to you in some way so that you can tune in that whole day and you can run it with us. Or hey, if you're going to be in the parks, come say hi.
Oh yeah, that's the best part too.
We'll be there all day.
We will have our Wish Upon a Run shirts on, so we will be easily visible.
We think it's going to take us 8 hours. So if we're there at 11, we're going to be there until 7 or 8 p.m. Yeah.
I know. It seems very daunting now that I think about that, but
I'm not quite sure how we're going to deal with bathroom breaks with the live stream. Yeah. We'll figure this out.
I know. So there could be some comicalness behind all of this.
Yes.
I think you guys will have a good time watching us, even if you're not running and maybe you just want to tune in to say
even if you're on the couch. Yeah, works for me.
You can check out how EPCOT's doing that day.
Yeah, all day.
all day.
All day.
Or give us a little virtual high five.
We don't have any course support yet. So if anybody wants to volunteer to be our course support, let us know. If you want to hand us a little cup of water as we come around the EPCOT World Showcase Lagoon. Doesn't have to be water either. Could be something else.
You never know. We'll take Gatorade.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, so that is our plan, and we're sticking to it. That'll be the 8th, which is Saturday, which is coming up very fast in about 10 days.
Gosh. Too fast.
Way too fast.
But those are our plans. And Adam, my goodness, we have to wrap up. This has been a long video.
Yeah, it's about 26 minutes. So it's time to wrap it up. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching this week. Let us know, comment below how your marathon training is going. And definitely write it on your schedule for Saturday, January 8th, starting at 11 a.m. Our live stream will go all day long or until our batteries or us are completely exhausted.
So true. We will see all of you there.